Jeep Wrangler GL 4th generation. My name is Ivan Pineda and this is Auto Nerd. Today we're going to take a look at this iconic vehicle, the exterior, the interior, and also the engine. We're also going to give you an idea of how it drives and finally some conclusions. And at the end, if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe. We're getting to 1,000 followers. This will help us a lot. More videos coming. The first interesting thing that we can notice from the Wrangler is that it has two latches in the front, so the hood is always open. You just have to open each one. I'm gonna be using only my right hand, so let's see if we can. By the way, you're gonna get surprised by what is inside of this hood. You will think it's a V8, maybe an inline 6, a Pentastar. Let's take a look at it. So look at this. It's a 4-cylinder 2.0 liter engine. A 4-cylinder in a Wrangler. However, you will notice that there's not a lot of room here. And you wonder why, since it is only a 4-cylinder and this usually carries V6. And the reason is simple. It has a turbo and it also has a battery. So this is not only a 4-cylinder turbo engine, but it's also a hybrid Wrangler. Besides this engine, there's also a V6 3.6 liters, also called Pentastar. It has 285 horsepower and 260 pounds-feet of torque. Also, there's a turbo diesel, 285 horsepower and a fantastic 442 pounds-feet of torque at 1,400 RPM. If you want to pull something, you better use the diesel. In terms of fuel economy, the 4-cylinder hybrid produces 22 miles per gallon combined, the V6 20 miles per gallon combined, and the turbo diesel 25. They are all coupled with an automatic 8-speed transmission. That's 2 gears more than the previous generation. The Jeep Wrangler has solid front and rear axles, so the suspension is set up only for off-road. In the city, it's going to be a little bit harder, a little bit rougher. If you want something more comfortable, you should look elsewhere. This design is built on purpose to be able to go over rocks, mud, and sand. This car has halogen reflector headlights and fog lights. It can also be equipped with LED headlights. "17-inch rims, exposed screws and hinges everywhere, you can actually use these hinges because you can take the doors of this car off, and here in the front it has anchors so that you can flip the windshield to the front and lash it there. It's useful when you're going to go off-roading at low speed. Very simple cylinder lock. White body design. Exposed fuel cap. Halogen tail lamps. LEDs are also available in upper trim levels. $720 thread wear, so they should last around 50 to 60,000 miles. The width is 24.5. Backup camera. And simple exhaust. You can get the Jeep Wrangler with this plastic roof that actually serves not only as a convertible but also as a T-top, just like a Firebird. Additionally, you can also select a soft top. Here you can see the rolling cage. In case there's a rollover, you can have some protection. Optionally, you can have blind spot monitoring system with rear cross traffic alert. The antenna is directly from the 80s and 90s. It's very interesting to see in a car in 2020 and 2021. Halogen fog lamps. By the way, the headlights are actually reflectors. Very retro. Traditional grille by Jeep. Let's take a look at the interior. Soft plastics mixed with hard plastics. Where you put your arm is actually a little bit soft. Pockets. Exposed screws everywhere because you can actually take the doors off. Another indication about the possibility of taking the doors off this car is this cloth, keeping the door from opening all the way. Very interesting. Very rare. Feels good when you close them. They're not low quality. They feel okay. Here in the back everything is hard. The doors are very small. See how it feels when we close it. That's pretty good. I would say at least average. I like the design of a steering wheel, instrument cluster, horn, headlights. Very nice instrumentation with orange and red. This is the level of illumination of this instrument cluster, and the other one is for the interior lights. very small screen. It's only 5 inches and it doesn't have smartphone connectivity. So no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto in this one, but at least a backup camera. Very cheap materials on top. This is actually really nice. It's cheap, but it doesn't scratch. Nice steering wheel. AC controls for the fan. Temperature. This is to automatically allow the car to stop the engine when it is stopped on traffic. Hill descent control, and here is location, obviously, of the fan. Very simple screen. You can also have an optional screen that allows for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. This is very interesting, how these moves. I actually like this design. Where it says media, you can also find USB ports. And here is the centralized location for all the Windows controls. The car has an 8-speed automatic transmission, so 2 more gears than before. And this is a very nice design. It's like a Second World War Jeep. Lever to control the 4-wheel drive system. This handle, I guess, is very useful when you go off-road. Feels pretty good. Let's take a look at the glove box. Small, very small. Manually dimming rear view mirror. Latches to open. This is for the roof. The material of the roof is actually kind of like plastic or some kind of fiberglass, and it doesn't really protect you too much from the elements. It's very cold. Let's take a look at these. Sunvisor has good quality. Let's see if they slide. Well done, Jeep. They do slide. Pleasant cloth material, very good for cold weather. This is actually soft. Spacious. It also has this other hub. This is behind my driving position, and I'm only 5'7". Air vents. You can see 3 in the back. This is for the window switches. They're central in location. This motor is very loud actually. Cup holders. And even though you can see 3 adults across, the lower part of the cushion is very short, so not as comfortable for long drives. 3 headrests. That's a welcome addition. Protective rolling cage. The speakers are located on it. And also the center lights. The one in the center does not react to touch. It's actually turned on from the driver's seat. Utilitarian in the back, it has 32 cubic feet of space. The window can be separately opened from the door. That's very interesting. And compared to a normal SUV like a Tucson, this rear cargo area is smaller. A Tucson has 3 more cubic feet. This one has 32. A Hyundai Tucson has 35. But it is still spacious. It has latches for the kids' seats. Additional latches and hooks everywhere. And extra cargo space. So conclusions. The Wrangler drives okay. It's maybe 15 years behind in terms of NVH. Driving dynamics have improved tremendously from the last generation. The 4-cylinder engine drives extremely well and it has lots of torque. It feels good, but the solid front and rear axles put it behind in terms of refinement compared to the competition, but it looks great. If you want to have an off-roader because you live in the snow or because you live in the mud or there's areas where you have to pass every day that might flood, this is a car for you. If you're in the city and there's none of these circumstances, you might be better off going with a compact or mid-size SUV. They're more comfortable, more refined, they have more technology, they're gonna be faster and more efficient than the Jeep Wrangler. But can they be as awesome? If you like the video, please subscribe, follow us. There's more videos coming and you will help us get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you and have a nice day.